Hey guys, how you doing? I just want to show you some things here. I want to first off thank all the people who came by to help us with moving in this week. My family is in such gratitude of all the people who helped us out, people who were cleaning and people who were loading and unloading and people who were doing all kinds of things. But right now things are a mess, and I'm letting you in on this little secret here. Some of you already know about it because you help us put it in here, but it's just a mess. And it's going to take some time for it all to clear up. And that's how life really is sometimes, isn't it? When we are living life together, we realize the sin or the messiness that's in each other's lives. And it's easy for us sometimes to make judgments of each other. And we're in a world right now that's full of judginess. Is that a word? Judginess? I made it, if it's not. Okay, so Eric can make words, I can make words too. Okay, so if we're in a world that has so much judgment, we have reality TV shows, we have the cooking shows, we have sports, we're watching this stuff all the time. If we're in this world, then it's easy for us to get sucked into this kind of judgment of other people. Now on Sunday we learned from John chapter 8, and Eric did a great job of depicting this story where Jesus was put on the spot and he was put into this catch-22 situation where if he condemned this woman who was caught in adultery, then the people would stop liking him and stop following him. Or if he just let her off scot-free, then the Pharisees could condemn Jesus because he wasn't following the law. Well, here's a horrible picture of a woman who was in a very, very bad predicament, who was probably completely embarrassed and completely ashamed of the things that she had been caught doing. So she's there, probably barely clothed, if that. And she's thrown to the ground in front of Jesus, and Jesus has to make a judgment call here. And what he does is simply amazing. So they're condemning this woman. What do you say, Jesus? What do you say? And Jesus says to them, any of you who has never sinned, go ahead, throw the first stone. That's what's supposed to happen. The law says stone someone caught in adultery. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm sure at that moment there were some people who were ready to just go and throw their stones at this woman. And you know what? They all started realizing, wait a minute, I have sinned before, and I shouldn't throw this stone. They dropped their stones and they walked away slowly, and they moved on. They realized what Jesus was doing at that point. Some of them took longer than others, of course, but they finally realized. And then it was just Jesus and this woman and maybe a small crowd just still watching to see what happens. And Jesus says to her, has anyone condemned you? And she says, no, my Lord. And Jesus says, neither do I. Go and sin no more. Neither do I. I don't condemn you. I love you. If you're living with a sin in your life that you need freedom from, there's a few things you need to know. Jesus does not condemn you. He loves you, and he wants you to be set free from that sin. That messiness that's in your life, you need to be free from that. Secondly, you need to seek somebody who's going to help you to clean up that mess, because you can't do it alone. You need the Holy Spirit, and you need help from other people who care about you, who love you, who you trust. And lastly, be a part of an accountability group. Maybe 2 or 3 of you can gather and you can help each other, pray for one another, and hold each other accountable. We at Journey, we do these things called DNA groups. It stands for discipleship, nurture, and accountability. And these groups help each other to deal with the messiness of life. Hey guys, I let you in some of my mess. I hope that you can trust some of your friends and deal with some of the really tough mess that some of you might need help with. Hey listen, Eric and I, we're available to you and we want to help. We care, and we won't condemn you, but we'll try and help you as much as we can. Jesus says, I don't condemn you, but go and sin no more. Love you guys. Have a great week. Bye.